All right, folks. Hi, this is Greg. I just wanted to touch base with you and see how things are going. I wanted to give you a quick recap on what happened yesterday with the with my friend. My friend Mo told me that the audio didn't work, so it means I got to re-record this thing again. So I'm gonna do that real quick. So turn off all the other ambient sounds on this. So I'm only rocking with one sound now, the sound from my headphones itself, as opposed to the audio. I don't know, something's wrong with my microphone. Maybe it fell on too many times. I don't know. But anyway, so what happens? I want to say quick. What happened? I was able to drive yesterday to DoorDash, and it was really good. Um, it was a good time. I got a chance to just spend time just driving. I drove as much as I could. When you saw me, when I was in the car, I was backing up out of the tire place to fix my tire because if you have a good tire, then you have good gas mileage, and so I was able to drive a lot yesterday. I did almost 100 miles or so, which is like a lot of driving. Um, Maybe not 100 miles, maybe like 50 or something. Anyway, so long story short, what happens is like to talk about some of the things I talked about on the recap was regarding the UFO sightings and then how they said that I listened to Matthew Walsh on the whole thing and just kind of made me think about double sides of the argument. On one side, they were not quick to shoot down the Chinese missile, the Chinese spy balloon, sorry, Chinese spy balloon, but instead what they were willing to do, they were willing to take as many days as possible for them to do that. And so what happens is like when they did that, it was they were able to let the thing fly over the entire United States, or from Alaska to Montana, over to over to the the East Coast and everything. So that was pretty interesting there. The next part too was like just about how lately now when they see anything in the sky now they want to shoot everything down, whatever they see. So as opposed to before how it was when they didn't have anything, they were when they knew what it was, they hesitated. But now when they don't know what it is, they're pretty much shooting it down right away. Next thing too also is about the fires in Ohio. What happened with all the poison gas and the phosgene and the chlorine gas, hydrochlorine gas was going into the air. That's something that's very interesting. It's very important that people should take a look at. And they are doing a lot of things to us, we as the people, and we allow it because we don't really know what to do. So I think we should really figure out what to do so they can't be doing these things against us as people, because if they keep doing these kind of things, they're going to keep getting away with all the stuff that they're doing. Anyway, so one thing I just wanted to talk about too was just about like how just pretty much keep your eyes on keep your eyes on the Lord. Definitely don't get sidetracked with a lot of things that are happening. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but for the most part, though, read your Bible, read your King James Bible, read it. Because those these and thous and shouts and stuff, those things are very important. They help you remember way better than remember way better than just hearing it in the English version. When you hear that, thou shalt not steal, is better than you should not steal. Or thou shalt not kill, better than you should not murder. It's like it's better when you hear the thou shalt not. It's so much more powerful because it's like in our English version there's nothing more powerful than that, and everything else is changing, but when you have that you go back to a time of a standard that's different than the rest of the world. You have the ye's and the thous and the shouts, but the great part about it is that the power of God is there. you know um what else is there? I didn't watch Super Bowl because I was busy driving. I taking care of my family. I didn't have time for that dribble. Pretty much, I didn't watch the halftime show, and I didn't watch what was going on there with any of the things. I heard about the thing with the national, the black, the black, black national anthem, and what they call it by calling it that, even though it's a spiritual, it's a gospel song that they took and they decided to sing. I mean, because it's a pretty powerful song, but for the most part, though, they used the song in the I didn't hear about it. Okay, so I didn't hear about it, so I don't know when it happened, which time it happened, before or after the situation. But long story short, what happened was that I was just we heard about it and how they decided to sing about that, the black national anthem, during the Super Bowl game, and they sang the national anthem I think before, and they sang the second one afterwards, and then after that was So I don't agree with it. I think it's not something we shouldn't do as a people. I think America is one, and if you're gonna go to if you're gonna I mean, the whole thing is there's all bread and circuses anyway. Okay, so the whole thing is bread and circus. If you think about it, it's like the whole thing, people going out there and just playing games and all that stuff, and then I still against the NFL, and still against the NBA, and still against all the major industries that are out there because of what they did during the pandemic. Okay, they did a lot of things to us, and so they did a lot of things to their own players, did a lot of things to people, and so this is a crime and treason they've done. So when they come and they do something and they paint like Black Lives Matter's name on the thing, and then like even the Black Lives Matter company itself is not even a good thing, because what happens is like they're not talking about black people's lives, they're talking about their organization, and their organization, they take the money and they go and they put up a house right in the middle of a white neighborhood, right? Not that I guarantee about black and white. I'm married to a white woman, and so what happens, like, but for the most part though, it's like I have black and white children. But the thing is, like, what I'm talking about is that, they're gonna talk about these things and they can take all donations and they don't really help anything. What's the point of them in their nonprofit status just doing wickedness to the world? My thought is they're just taking advantage of people's upset. And the Democrat Party is really good with that kind of thing. They're really good at taking advantage of other people's upset. So I want you to know that when you think about it, think about that. Like, there are people out there, not only the Democrats, by the way, the Republicans do the same thing as well. That's why you should be independent. And that's why people should not vote unless they really understand what they're doing. All right. So pretty much what I wanted to just kind of say, I had a real good time with driving yesterday. It was a long, long day, but maybe somewhere around $140. But then I had to spend a lot of money for gasoline and also for food and to fix the tire, of course. So that was like one thing good about DoorDash is that you can take the money right away and you can go ahead and put it to something and you can go back out and work again and then keep doing that. That works out really good. But for the most part, though, you have to keep working. I was hoping to do a lot of pizza deliveries yesterday, and I didn't do as many pizza deliveries as I thought I would do. I did a lot of there's Papa John's and Pizza Hut. Pizza was actually really good, and it turned out really great in terms of Pizza Hut. And anyway, so I just want to say a couple things about that. I want to say that everything's going really well. I've been working on a couple of sculptures, like I shown before. My thing here's like one. Here's my glow in the dark gremlin creature, and he glows in the dark. And here's the back of him, so you can see what he looks like on the back. And here's the front, and here he is right there. So it pretty much is a cool gremlin, you know. And so I have a whole bunch of other gremlins that I have there as well. I have some of my diplocaluses and stuff too as well. And let me show you some of these. This is a diplocaulus here, as you can see. This is one I call a twin tail diplocaulus. And then this one here is the diplocaulus, like a diplocaulus that looks kind of like the one that I have. I make another one. So pretty much here's that. So this is the one that's, that's like you look over there to your over that way, you can see it in the One Life Must art right there. You can definitely follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me as well and on Rumble. I'm also on Rumble, and pretty much have dinosaurs and stuff too. So we make dinosaurs. We make anything kind of creatures. But for the most part, though, we do this, and I want to do this as a family. I'm doing this as a family legacy, so I could pass on our stuff to my family, and to keep working together as we do different structures and works in our artwork. Definitely, if you want us to make something for you, please let us know in the comments, or let us know what we can make for you. All right, so that's pretty much. Just wanted to do a quick recap because what happened was I did it before. I recorded the volume before, and it didn't come out. So I tried to do it here on my headphones as opposed to being on the audio mic on the computer, and I think it might actually be a better thing. So I'll talk to you soon. Wish you all the best. God bless you, and I hope everything worked out this time for this volume. All right, so talk to you soon. All right, bye.